Hey there, this is Paul from Tonewulf, and people ask me sometimes, what is it you're doing there when you're playing electronic music? Are you just hitting play and pumping your fist? Or why can't you play Red Red Wine for me and take my requests and other weird stuff that you hear sometimes when you're playing? And so, electronic music is really diverse. When people play electronic music or say that word, even, they mean all kinds of different things from playing synthesizers live to plugging in modular racks and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I make computer music. I'm not exactly sure how others would define it, but I'm going to share with you what I do, a little bit of my process. So if you're interested in that, you can know if you come to a Tonewulf show or if you see some of the things that I've created, you can know a little bit more about what it is. Some people aren't curious, they just like the music. Other people are curious and they're like, how did you do that? What are you doing up there? So I use some software called Ableton Live. It's a really great software. I found it's the best fit for me. And what it allows me to do is load different clips here, and I can play those clips. So I can just start this bass line. And you see I've got visuals here too. So I'm using Ableton, and I'm using some software called Zwobot, which is really cool. I've used it early on. And so what I do is I can mix these video clips live, and I use MIDI controllers typically to fade them back and forth and kaleidoscope them and run all kinds of filters. So I've got this custom kind of setup that I have here. So when I'm playing live, I have all of this connected to MIDI, and so I'm turning knobs and adjusting these things on the fly. Also, if you ever see pictures that I post, I just take screenshots of these when it's happening live, and so it's really serendipitous. That's what I love about this whole process, is it's very live, and I get surprised often when I'm turning knobs or mixing different video clips. So I trigger some of these video clips. I create a lot of them myself using Touch Designer. I find things on the Internet Archive, and I really just make mixes that I find are interesting and eye-catching, and I love to project these things on the sides of buildings and large screens and things like that. So, all right, again, we've got this bass line. So often if you hear bass or guitar, I've played that, a lot of percussion as well. So I played this bass line on my bass, and then I've got, not sure where this drum loop came from. I think I played this drum loop actually on a friend's tom. So what you're hearing right now, even though it's electronic music, I produced it, I played it live. And what I do then is I use a pad to bring tracks in and out and mix them too. So I run filters just like I do with the visuals, very similar with the audio, and then I will play the audio track and then manipulate it in different ways. So I use a lot of beat repeaters, a lot of delays. I might run a filter envelope. Run the beat repeater. So again, I'm triggering these with MIDI pads live. So again, we've got the visuals, we've got the audio, and then pulling parts in and out kind of on the fly. So again, I'd like to pull the drums out for a minute. I'll pull out the percussion here. A little bit of a drop and then bring in the next series. And again, typically I'm doing all this a lot faster and doing the visuals on the fly. Right now I'm just using the mouse. That's it. That's what I'm doing. So I love producing, finding all these different sounds. Some of them are from sound libraries. A lot of them I'm creating myself, putting them together. And so in that way, I'd really consider that what I'm doing is original production, in that all these sounds, putting them together. It's like collage work, and that's really fun because with all the layers, you never know what's going to become exposed or stand out as you're. I ran this vocal chop line backwards here and brought in this heavy synth bass on top of my electric bass. There we go. So that's just a little intro to what we do with Tonewulf music from the electronic production standpoint. Again, on top of this, often we're playing synths. I've got a keyboard usually plugged in, sometimes a guitar, sometimes a microphone with some tune and effects. And then if I've got the rest of the band, saxophone and synth and drums and guitar and stuff like that. It creates all these different layers, again, with the visuals. So there's this aspect of it being, is it produced like a band records and practices songs? Absolutely. Is there an element of surprise and nuance and layers and what's going to happen? Absolutely. That's so fun. That's such a fun part of performing and producing and creating for me, is the exploration of reality, exploration of our moment and the time that we're in. So that's what we love to do, and we invite you to enjoy this with us, hang out with us, follow us, come see us live, and thanks for watching.